Okay, so I'm going to be explaining this four part of speech for today. There's the noun, there's the verb, there's the adjective, and there's the adverb. Okay, I'm going to start with the beginning first, which is the noun. What is a noun? So on the explanations of it, yes?
Noun is subject.
Yes, noun can be a subject. Usually it used to be a subject, but can a noun be an object? Bisa nggak noun jadi objek? Can it be? Or
it can be.
Bisa.
it can be both. Yeah, it can be a subject and it can be an object. Because noun, kalau bahasa Indonesia kata benda. Sometimes it's the subject, sometimes it's the object. So it's a word that refers to a person, a place, thing, or even an idea. It doesn't have to be concrete. It can be an abstract. Okay. And the foundations of the sentence providing the subject and object of the actions. Yeah, it's different. If you're writing it in the active sentence, the subject goes first. But if you're talking about passive sentence, the object goes first. Yeah, so that is different, but noun can be a subject and an object. And maybe this one is slightly different with Bahasa Indonesia. A noun can be singular or plural. Yep. In Bahasa Indonesia, mau singular, mau plural, mau tunggal, mau jamak is the same. Kursi ya kursi, meja ya meja. But it will be slightly different in Bahasa Inggris. Yep, we have the singular and plural form. Okay. So once again, the noun, it can be a person, it can be a name of a person like John, Mary, the teacher, students. Yep, it can be a thing like a book, a table, a car, flower. It can be a place like the city, the park, the mountain, the country, or it can be something abstract like an idea. Love. Love brings happiness, for example. Love is the noun, is the subject. And happiness also the noun, but it's referred as the object of the sentence. Okay? Freedom, justice, it's an idea. So a noun doesn't always have to be touched, doesn't always have to be seen, doesn't have to be something that is concrete. It can be something that is abstract, that we cannot see. That is why on the grammatically of English, it's known not only the noun can be divided into singular and plural, it also can be divided into the countable and uncountable noun. Yep, yang bisa dihitung dan tidak. Okay, so this is about the noun. Okay, I hope it's clear. We're going to do a little practice about noun. The noun, yeah, just only noun. So over here, I have 5 sentences. Yeah. And we can just mark which is the noun. For example, the first one, the cat sat on the window. So I'm guessing the cat, this is a noun. Okay, that's become the subject of the sentence. And also the window, this is noun, which become the object of the sentence. Okay. For the number 2, she loved reading books about history. Can you guess which one is the noun? You can put it in the chat box. Okay, open your mic.
She and books.
She and books. Any other noun?
History.
History. She, books, and history. This is the noun. Okay. The third question. The teacher explained the lesson clearly. Which one is the noun?
The teacher
And lesson.
The teacher and
lesson.
Yeah. Usually the first one, this is the subject, and then what comes after the verb is the object. Okay. The fourth one, we visit a beautiful garden in the city. Which one is the noun?
We
and a
beautiful garden in the
city.
Beautiful garden, and then the city. Yes. The last one, his happiness was evident when he won the prize. Which one is the noun?
Yes, happiness.
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 The price.
Happiness.
He and the
Price.
prize.
Okay, and then
The
price.
price.
Yes, do not forget he over here also a noun. Okay, and not just happiness, but his happiness is one word, kebahagiaannya. We cannot split up kebahagiaan dengan nya, gitu ya. It's one word. So his happiness is one word. Okay, so I think we all have a clear descriptions, yeah, about what is a noun. It can be a subject and it can be an object. That can be countable or uncountable, or it can be singular or even plural. Okay, so I'm going to move on. Okay, before I forgot, if you have any question, just cut me off. Okay, just open your mic. The second one that I'm going to talk about is the verb. What is the verb? A verb is an expression of an action, state of being, or occurrence. Just cut me off. Okay, just open your mic. The second one that I'm going to talk about is the verb. What is the verb? A verb is an expression of an action, state of being, or occurrence. And it's a core of a sentence indicating what is the subject is doing or experiencing. Okay, what is they're doing? Without a verb, we cannot know. Just a rumble of word here. It doesn't make any sense if there is no verb. I'm going to charge my phone a moment. I forgot to charge it. There we are. Okay, that. And then verb can be active or passive, and they often change depending on sentences. Yeah, this is also the difference thing between English and Bahasa Indonesia. In Bahasa Indonesia, verb or kata kerja does not change in the tense. We don't have any tenses for verb. Okay, either you do it yesterday or you do it today, sama aja makan. Saya makan kemarin, saya makan hari ini. It's the same. But in English, it's going to be different. Yeah, I ate yesterday, but I'm eating today. Yeah, but for the active and passive, it's the same. For English, active and passive is active is the formal form of the verb. But when you want to make a passive form in English, you have to use a to be. Is, am, are, was, were, be, being, and being. That's a to be, and you have to change the form into verb 3. She is make the cake was made by her. Was made, that passive. But in Bahasa Indonesia, what can we use to change an active and passive verb? Bahasa Indonesia bisa pakai apa ya untuk membedakan aktif dan pasif? Kata kerja aktif dan pasif kita pakai apa?
Jadi pakai di.
Ya, we know kita pakai imbuhan, ya, membuat dan dibuat. Ya, for us maybe imbuhan is something that is easy. Ya, imbuhan diminum, dimakan, memakan, meminum. That's active and passive. But for others, it's terrifying. It's quite difficult because I have an experience in teaching Bahasa Indonesia to foreigners, and they ask me what imbuhan di means. Yep. No, what imbuhan me means. Me itu representasi apa? Because nanti ada mei, mekan, dan lain-lain. Mei itu apa? And I explained to this guy that mei is like you giving something, you giving a thing to something. For example, I want to water the flowers. Saya menyirami bunga. That makes sense. Mei is giving things to other things. And when this guy have an exam, he create a sentence with mei. And what was he said? He said that setiap pagi saya menyusui kopi, giving milk to a coffee. And I said that's wrong. You cannot use menyusui for giving milk for coffee. But you said mei is giving things to other things. So I choose menyusui for a coffee. So that is how complicated language is. Imbuhan is not very simple. It's tricky. Yeah. If you don't know what it means, yeah, if you do not know the custom or the culture that the nation represents, it's going to be very difficult. Yep. So imbuhan maybe for us is simple, but for them is challenging. Okay. Coming back to the verb. Okay, verb can be an action like run, jump, sing, eat, write. It can also be a state of being. To be is a verb. Is, am, are, was, were, be, been, and being, that's a verb. Seem, appear, feel, look, that is state of being. And occurrence. Yeah, occurrence, for example, happen, occur, exist, change, develop. It is all a verb. Yep. So basically, a verb is something that the subject is doing or something that the subject is experiencing. Okay, let's do the practice of the verb now. Okay, from the number 1. She runs every morning. So I'm guessing the verb 1 is this one. Yeah,
Runs.
runs. And then the second one, they are building a new
Building.
Building.
Are building.
Not forget this
Are
comes
building.
verb. Yeah. One sentence, not are the first verb, building the second verb, but it's one verb. The third one, the dog bark loudly.
Bar.
Past tense, yeah. This is past tense and present. The form is different. And then number 4, he wrote a letter to his friend. Okay. The last one, the sun shines brightly in the sky. Only shines, yeah, without the brightly, because we're talking about the verb. Yeah, so I guess verb is clear, subject and verb. We're going to move on to the next part of speech, which is the adjective. In Bahasa Indonesia, what do you call adjective? You guys know?
Kata sifat.
Kata sifat.
And usually an adjective modifies or describes a noun. Dia menjelaskan kata benda. Yeah, adjective always describe a noun or a pronoun. Yeah, it provides more information about its qualities or how does the noun look like. An adjective will add some color, some details, and also some specificity about a certain noun. And it can be used before or after the noun that it describes. Yeah, not always after the noun, but it can also before the noun. That is an adjective. Okay, an adjective can describe the size of the noun. For example, big, large, small, tiny, huge. It can also describe the color of the noun: red, blue, green, yellow, purple. And it also can describe the shape of the noun. It is round, square, rectangular, triangle, oval. So an adjective brings more details into the noun or the pronoun of the sentence. Okay, so we're going to see over here. I think the adjective is not going to be that hard. For example, she wore a beautiful dress to the party. Which one is the adjective?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
This one comes before the noun. The noun is the dress and the beautiful is the adjective before a noun. The second one, the tall man reached the top shelf easily.
Tall man. The tall.
This one also becomes case before the noun. This is the noun that it describes. Beautiful describes a dress and the tall describes the man. Okay. Oops. The third one, this cake tastes delicious. Which one is the adjective?
Delicious.
And this adjective comes after the noun. Yeah, it can be before and after a noun. The fourth one, the blue sky was clear and bright. Which one is the
Bright.
Yeah, other than clear and bright,
Blue.
and it describing the same noun, which is sky. Okay. The last one, he gave a thoughtful response to the questions.
Thoughtful.
And thoughtful, describe a response. Okay, so this is an adjective. It can appear before or after a noun itself or between nouns. So in one sentence, it can have more than one adjective, just like before sentence. Okay, the next part of speech is about adverb. What is an adverb? An adverb modifies or describes a verb. It can describe an adjective and it can describe another verb. What an adverb cannot do is that it cannot describe a noun. Describing noun always have to be an adjective, cannot be an adverb. Okay. An adverb add nonsense to precisions to language, make it more descriptive and expressive. Yeah, that is an adverb. So an adverb in Bahasa Indonesia, what do you call an adverb?
Kata
Kata
keterangan.
keterangan.
Yeah, kata keterangan. It can describe how some verb is being done. For example, quickly, slowly, carefully, easily, happily, how something is being done. Yeah, like she drives quickly, he runs slowly. It's describing how the verb is being done. It can describe when, yeah, a time, like today, yesterday, now, later, soon, is part of an adverb. It can describe a place, where, here, there, everywhere, nowhere, inside. And it also can describe to what extent, very, extremely, quite, somewhat, slightly. This dress is extremely beautiful. Extremely describe an adjective. Yeah. This one usually describe a verb, but what to extent it usually describe an adjective. Okay, we shall stay over here. Okay, for example, number 1, she sings beautifully on stage. Which one is the adverb?
Beautifully.
Beautifully.
And what does it describe?
Sing.
Sing, which is a verb. So beautifully describe a verb, sing. Great. The second one, the car moves slowly through the traffic. Which one is the adverb?
Slowly.
And what it describe?
The car move.
The car are move.
Move.
Move-nya.
Move-nya. Okay, do not combine bahasa Indonesia and bahasa Inggris ya. It's going to be weird. Move-nya gitu ya. So move. Slowly describe move. Third one. He finished his homework quickly. Which one is the
Quickly.
And what does it describe?
Finish.
How he finished his homework.
Homework or finish?
Finish.
Finish. Yeah.
Yeah. Part 1. The children played happily in the park. Which one is the answer?
Happily.
And it describes
Play.
play. Last one. She almost always arrive early to meetings.
Early.
Ada lagi nggak?
Almost always.
And these two adverbs, what it describe?
Arrive.
Okay, so I hope part of the adverb is clear. Yeah, this is the basic because when you create a sentence, yeah, you have to particularly pay attention to the part of speech. I'm going to move on. Okay, why we have to be attention in part of speech? Because it's not only occur in an English sentence, but also in Bahasa Indonesia. In a sentence, you have to have at least one subject and one verb. Yeah. So if a sentence missing a subject, it's incorrect. The sentence is not an effective sentence. And other way around, if it doesn't contain a verb, yeah, it also doesn't make a sentence correct. Usually, when we learn about this, it seems to be quite simple. But when you apply it, when you later on writing an academic written, for example, you're writing about a proposals for your assignments, yep, or your scriptsy. Usually, students always tend to forget about this subject and verb. They begin the sentence with and. Ya, jadi titik dan yang dimaksud dengan hal tersebut adalah it's not a good sentence, it's not effective because the word and is used to be a connector, and connector cannot apply at the front of the sentence. What can you put in the front of the sentence is either a subject or an object. Yeah, whether you write it in an active form or an passive form. Yeah, but connectors can be applied in the beginning of the sentence. Usually, when you write an academic writing, you tend to forget that. Okay, and then a subject can be a noun. It can also be a pronoun, like he, she, and it is a pronoun. It's part of the noun. And verb can also be a to be. Is, am, are, was, were, be, been, and being. This is a to be. And when you apply this into a sentence, you can have a sentence maybe like this. My name is Puri. And how can you decide? Is the sentence correct or incorrect? You have to know, does it contain a subject? Does it contain a noun? Without a subject, without a noun, the sentence is going to be ineffective and it will be incorrect sentence. But this one, it does have the subject, which is my name, and it's also have the verb, which is. Okay, so make sure when you write a sentence, it has to be contain a subject and a verb. A subject, the adjective and adverb is not necessary. The necessary part of a sentence is a subject and a verb. And this step or this skills is also applied, is also needed when you having a test in English proficiency test like the TOEFL or the IELTS. Because in the beginning of the sentence, it's always have this part of speech sentence, part of speech questions. Okay, yeah, noted. So for example, for the number one over here, blank, you see these structures of the questions will be applied in the TOEFL test or in IELTS test. And if I'm not mistaken, for the student who wants to finish their educations in university, in this university, you have to have a TOEFL of the minimum 450. The scores for the minimum TOEFL is 450. I don't know if it's already informed to you or not, but basically when you want to defend sidang, yeah, on your scriptsy, you need to have a certifications of your TOEFL test with the minimal stated score 450. So, for example, over here, it said that a blank was back up 4 miles on the freeway. Before we decide which answer is correct, we have to see the sentence first. Over here, it's only have the verb. So it's missing the subject or the noun. Okay, can you guys guess which one is correct for this first sentence, A, B, C, or D?
C.
C.
Because A and B, this one is an adverb. We need a subject. C and D is the subject, but what goes with the context of the sentence is the traffic. The building cannot back up 4 miles on the freeway. Freeway jalan tol ya, nggak mungkin ada gedung berjajar di jalan tol ya. It doesn't make sense. So the traffic was back up 4 miles on the freeway. The second one, engineers blank for work on the new space program. We see over here that this sentence already contains a subject, and what is missing in the sentence is a verb. So can you guys guess which one is the verb?
B.
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 To be, and the past tense verb, past tense form of the verb needed. Because A, B, A, C, and D, this one is an adverb, kata-kata. So the verb is the B one. And then for the last one, the boy, blank, going to the movie with a friend. If you see over here, it already contains the subject, which is the boy, and already contains a verb, which is going. So what you need to do to make this sentence correct, we cannot fill another subject or another verb because two subjects or two verb in one sentence is incorrect. So we cannot add another subject and another verb. Which one do you think is not a subject or not the verb?
Will be.
Will be.
Because if you put the A1, it's going to be contain two subject, the boy and he, also appear to the B. And if you put the C1, it will be contain two verb, going and relaxing. So the most appropriate answer is D. Okay, is it understood until now? Is it clear enough? Clear enough? Okay, we're going to do some quizzes regarding the four part of speech that we have learned before. Okay, so before we're doing the quizzes, this is some the recap. So remember, a noun is a person, place, or things, ideas. Verb is the express actions, state of being, or occurrence. Yep. What the subject do or being done. Yep. And then the adjective is something that describes the noun or the pronoun, adding detail and specificity. And also the adverb is modify or it describes verb, adjective, or other adverb. It gives information about how, when, where, or what to extend. Okay. I'm going to give you a link for the quizzes today. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat box. You can open up a quizzes or you can just use that link. If you already open a quizzes, you can enter the code. The code is 712441. Let me just stop share this and sharing the quizzes slide. I'm supposed to have around 70 participants in my class today. Okay, is everyone here? Oh, not yet. We just wait a little longer. I thought I'm having 75 students here in science information, but I think there's, if I'm not mistaken, there's three classes here, and one class contains of 40 students. 40 or 40 ya? 40 ya? Masing-masing kelas ada berapa mahasiswa? 40 ya. Okay. So is everyone here? Not yet. How many people do we have in the Zoom? 113. We'll wait until 110 or 107, 8, 9, sedikit lagi ya. Okay, let's start. I'm going to start, yeah. It's going to be live, real time. Yeah, okay, going to start. Okay, we'll just silent this.
Sorry, Miss.
Ya, apa share?
Di salah satu halnya ada ya di salah satu halnya ada yang ke garis itu ke tandai dan di situ harus dijelaskan itu noun adjective ya beberapa verb titik bingung.
Oh, sorry, ada beberapa pertanyaan yang seperti itu.
Ada itu satunya lagi ada yang sama kayak gitu tapi cuma salah satunya digarisin, satunya lagi enggak, dan harus menjelaskan dua. Iya, ada dua. Kita aja sih.
Dua ya. Thank
Iya,
you.
iya, sama-sama.
Bonus ya. Jangan saya makin gerak. Bisa gerak. Ting. Okay, I will give you a question. Yes. Supaya nggak baru lagi. Masih bergerak. Stop thinking. Selesai kah? Stop thinking. Okay. Terus mostly around 70 ya, tadi ada pertanyaan yang tidak bisa dijawab ya. Seperti itu, 70 ya. Okay, let me end this. Yes. Okay, Ali Rashad, congratulations. Ali, which class are you from? A, B, or C?
Class B.
Class B. Okay, congratulations. Ali, ya. Okay. Let's be around 60 or 65 ya, because two questions can be answered. Okay. Just share this. Okay, basically it's simple when you begin the explanations. When we put it into a sentence or when we put it into a group, it could be quite confusing sometimes, yeah. Especially when you are doing the academic writing. Please remember when you do the academic writing, do not forget to write the sentence effectively. Yeah, in English or in Bahasa Inggris. Don't forget about the subject, about verb, because usually students just write this sentence without paying attention to that. So it's going to be quite uneffective. Last but not least, do you know how to do your attendance list? Tahu cara klik daftar hadir list? So I think this is the last activities that we have today. Don't forget, I already put. Yeah. Okay, so that won't excite me. Don't forget to do your attendance list. And can I wait maybe for 1 or 2 of you do the attendance only to make sure that it is working? Can you open your list now and do the attendance? Tahu aja, is it working or not? You still have around 1 hour ya, sampai jam 9. I mark it up to 9, so you can do it. Attendance list. Can you do it? If one or two students can do it, then it's fine. Then nothing wrong with it. Bisa ya? Oke, Kayla sudah bisa. Jadi nggak ada masalah ya. You can record self-attendance list. Last but not least, I need a report for the class, so I need to get a screenshot of this class. So I cannot turn on the camera, please turn it for a while to do the screenshot. It's going to be 5 screen. Okay, the first screen, I'm going to do the screenshot. 3, 2, 1. Second one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, moving on. Third slide. 3, 2, 1. Fourth slide. 3, 2, 1. The last window. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you for today. We're going to meet up again next week, yeah, on the big class, and then we're going to come back to the campus for the small classes. Okay, for the materials, I'm going to share it through Wix, so you can access it in the Wix. Yeah, I'm going to share everything in the Wix. Okay, are there any questions or anything that you want to discuss before I close today's meeting? Clear enough. Thank you all for coming. I will see you next week. Have a good day. Bye.